Welcome back. Karibuni.
Ndio sana. Kama kawaida.
Welcome back, guys, to the chat with Salvador and Daphne. Thank you very much for the love and the comments and everything. We are very, very excited to see you back today. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is Just Comedy UG, and both our pages, Daphne Frankstock, that is not verified. I am the only Daphne Frankstock, and a verified one with a blue tick, Patrick Salvador. You have actually two pages.
No. This is the non-important one.
Okay, the important one with a blue tick, which is a fun page. So, today, the issue that has brought us, or the topic we decided to bring today, is a very, very important topic. And there is no couple out there that will lie to me that it has never been an issue in their relationship. It is a lie. So, this topic is very sensitive. And we brought a couple today to tell us about their experience. But the topic today is phones. The phones we have, I think the phones in relationships. So me and Salvador will talk about how it has affected or...
Yeah, it has spoiled everything.
So many things. Tomanya, they are there. And also, the couple today will also tell us how it has affected their relationship, for better or for worse. Today's couple, a secret. The lady is my auntie. The lady is my auntie, but for purposes of this video, allow me not to call you auntie. Allow me not to call you auntie. And the worst part of it all, the husband went to school with both of us. So it is very hard for me to start calling him uncle also. But let them allow me, for the purposes of this video, when we go to Folumbe, there in the village. Traditional things is when I call them the official names.
Yes.
So welcome, join us as we welcome Benji and Enid.
Thank you.
Flowers. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So, fun fact about this couple: they met in high school. We were in the same high school, and they fell in love in high school, and they got married after high school. Like, who does that? Anyway, it's a miracle and a good one, by the way, because that's a beautiful love story.
If I didn't come in your life, you would be with your ex from high school. So very many people do that.
Those ones, no hope, totally. But this is a very beautiful love story. It is very inspiring, and I want them to tell us how they handled it and how, they've managed to, how many years now?
8.
8 years together.
8, that is in marriage, but dating must be something more.
From high school, if you count, it must be like 15.
No, we did date from high school.
So high school, you give her your food?
No, we in high school we were close friends.
Yeah.
But we met later.
Again.
After I think finished campus, and she was also in HSC.
I was done.
Yeah, she was also done.
Yeah.
And 6 and.
Yeah, I was going to fight for the file mate immediately.
Started dating. So for dating, I think we dated for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
it's 10 years of love.
10 years of love.
A decade of love.
Wow.
That's amazing. So, before we go to phones, before we jump to our topic, which is phones today, you two met immediately from high school, and he had just finished campus, and you two didn't get time to date other people.
Yeah.
Hasn't that been a problem in your marriage?
No, we dated other people.
Me, I did not.
So did you know that he dated other people?
No.
You didn't report yourself.
Horrible. You mean we are just learning together?
Let us learn together.
No, but the thing is, I dated a few girls.
A few.
Not serious. The relationship relationships were not serious. That was-
They are just
The
But
different.
she
serious
did date you.
relationship I take is this one.
Oh,
This
okay.
was a serious relationship.
Yeah, the rest was just try and error.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Okay. To all the exes, you were an
You
error.
are the trial for the real thing.
But wow, that's a beautiful journey, man. From high school, then you are here 10 years later. That's beautiful, man. It's like I always tell her. Me, I have no exes. I have no story to talk about exes.
So you're like me. I have no story to
Stop
say.
tying on me.
But
Not
now,
that I have not dated.
But at least
I have
for her,
dated,
it's
but
understanding.
the relationship has not gone for more than like 3 weeks, a month.
I see.
Yeah, it is always ended up dead end, dead end, dead end.
Why?
I was broke.
But we also met when you were broke.
No, I had got some money. With me, you have never used the border. We have never been on the border together. Tell me one day.
Why don't do
Eh,
that? Why
no.
you hold the person like this in a border
It
and
is
I can
over
walk?
to-
Wait, that is my
People
relation.
not like
Thomas,
you. It is
by
like
the
that.
time, let me tell you,
It is
by the time you
it
reach
is
home,
like when it rains on your wedding and people say it's a blessing. It's not. It's a curse.
Babe, listen.
Why of all days has
let
it
me
rained
tell
on your
you,
wedding?
by the time you reach home from that border, that is marination.
Not marriage. You are cold.
You don't even need this relationship. Anyway, let's go back to the topic. So in the 8 years you've been sorry, in the 8 years you've been together, I'm very, very sure as a couple, as people who have been married before know this. Phones have done more harm than good in any relationship. And there's no person out there that can lie to us and go, it has been a smooth sail, especially if you've been together for quite a while. You
Yeah.
must have been there.
It depends on the side of the coin. Phones have been one of the best things that have ever happened in relationships.
How?
Because you keep in touch, you communicate in case there's no food at home, you send yourself
You're
pictures
talking
of
about
children.
the other phones, the other small katochi.
Hold on.
That katochi was.
And does the phone send pictures of your children? Eh?
Let's remain with katochi. What might you tell us in it? In the 8 years you've been together, has there been a problem with phones in your relationship? Wakoina.
When we were still dating, I never had any issue to do with his phone because I had his password, he had mine.
I love.
So I thought that is how.
And that was
things
the
are-
only phone he had. He had one.
One.
Yeah,
phone.
he had one.
Okay.
Actually, he bought me one. So we knew each other's passwords, and I thought that is how things will be even in marriage.
Eh,
Kumbe.
You get a ring. Immediately, the password in Eluma Kusim.
YouTube.
Hey! Now where the problem comes from is me trying to find out why is he putting a password on that.
so that is a problem.
A big problem.
Yeah. On your side.
Yes, to me,
Yeah.
it was a big problem, and to be honest with you, it brought a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But weren't you right at some point to check? Because if no, kuna badolanga. But what I'm saying is, if you have been open with me,
Why
then all of
now?
a sudden you
Yes,
just
why
say,
is it changing?
why?
That was my issue.
You are
Because
right.
when we were still dating, he never had a password.
Thank you.
And it is still the same phone he's carrying. After marriage, a password gets on. You get. So as a wise wife, I had to find out.
Investigate.
I had to investigate. First of all, whenever he's entering a password, I had to act like I'm sleeping. You act
That trick actually works.
Hey, it works. He thinks you're sleeping and you're like this. Then he enters. He even tries to see if you're seeing. Enters like a password. So I got it. Now every time he would enter a bathroom, I'd always get a phone and check. And the only thing you always want to see is the messages. By then, there was no password. There was no WhatsApp.
Hey, those
Yeah,
years.
afterwards there. Now, yeah, I thank God until I found out about some things that I really needed to know that maybe if I hadn't known would have affected my marriage. For example, he said he had some ex. Because there were those who couldn't lose him. It's not worth losing.
They married men are only 5 years.
You
This is-
know,
Why?
there's market.
But they were in market, let me tell you.
I think
Before marriage, I don't think they were disturbing him.
After marriage,
My God!
you know, they try to show you that the woman you've married is not the right person. You made a mistake. I should have been the right person.
You
So
are on the
when
right
you
track.
find out all that, that this is the good side of it. It helps you to know that you have some
Competition.
You
You
better
up
put
your
yourself
game.
right.
Eh?
You get. And another problem I had with his phone, I think I was stupid. I was in love. It was
love.
still fresh. I would go to his dialed contacts.
And go.
So no, I would check this number. He talked on it for 8 minutes. Why? Why? I'm being honest. Guys. Yes. This is a secret. He didn't know, but I'm letting him know.
I didn't know that.
This one he talked for 3 minutes. This one 10 seconds. Okay. So I would write down those numbers.
The ones that don't have names or they have names.
The ones that don't have names.
Eh.
So I would write down those numbers. And when he goes to work, I would go to my neighbor. I would get a guy because ladies have lugambo. They would come and tell him, maybe. So I would say, come and talk to this number and pretend
Talk to
you're
this person.
I missed a wrong number and see, find out the name. Bam, I was doomed. Sometimes it would be the sister.
Love,
Sometimes it would be the boss. Sometimes it would be workmates. But there is that panic I would get whenever I would see
pressure.
talk to someone for 8 minutes. Why? You get?
All those 8 minutes.
What were they talking about? I wish I could even record. So, the issue of a phone troubled me for the first 2 years in marriage. I was a big problem to him. I used to hide his phone.
Huh? Why?
You know, he was so addicted to his phone. So you're in bed, you expect him to tell you how beautiful you are, how...
And he's on his
And he's on his phone.
Thank you! Thank you!
And now, so after WhatsApp came in, what? The whole devil came out of the
I'm
ground.
telling you, WhatsApp is a devil.
WhatsApp, whoever brought WhatsApp, we need to talk. So I have a second wife, a co-wife in my home is WhatsApp. Of course, he's always doing business. Sometimes it's this and
But
this.
still, the
But
addiction.
why the addiction? You're in the car. There's this cupboard they always put in the car where you can put a phone and it acts like a screen. So the phone
Still
is
WhatsApp.
there. You get home, he's in the sitting room watching TV, but still the phone is in his hands. You go to the bedroom, he tunes on music. Still it is a phone.
phone.
When it is time to sleep, sometimes we sleep on the clips we watch and then sleep over. But the phone. I broke his phone one day. Chasukako.
Chikutabula. You just
Mostly when I
throw
was
it
just
on the
newly
wall,
married,
against the road.
I think I was a bit naive. But later on, I got to live with it.
Bakumazemo akachanja.
Because the issue
I am
was,
getting advice.
yes, the thing was, I would always question myself, and what would hurt me most? When I'm with my phone, he finds a problem with it. Why are you always on phone?
Why is it like this, by the way?
At definitely we have a problem. For us, we have this.
But then someone is getting a panic attack.
Let reality hit you.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, when you say on this topic, I want you to exhaust yourself.
Yeah.
The ladies exhaust, then when the men start talking, no interruption.
Let us talk.
So you talk, exhaust yourself. You need once you finish.
Because it's supposed to be an interaction.
No.
Okay.
The way you are supporting each other, you are like your own backup singers. Keep on backing yourselves up. When you are done, let us also come in with our bass.
Okay.
Continue.
So I'm Madafin. So I also became a good student. I learned that with marriage, you're supposed to move along with your phone. I also got a phone, and I would always be on my phone. Chat
Put
on
passwords.
Passwords. At one time, I asked him, why do you put a password on your phone? It's a private what? It's a personal gadget. But we are one.
Thank you.
In church, we said we are one. So why is the phone yours and the others are, why do we share others and then the phone is just for you?
Let me cut you short. I'm seeing Benji he's boiling to answer some of your issues. So, for you, what is your take?
My take on phones is, first of all, some of the things I'm just learning now. I don't know. I have to be honest. But I think the issue of phones is overrated. It's especially women. Women take it too serious. And to me, personally, the way I view it, a phone is like any other possession. And human beings naturally have that sense of possession. Everyone, we have that sense of seeing things like this is mine, this is my property, and I don't like anybody
so you
using
feel it's
it.
personal to
Even
you.
if it's my wife, even if it's my child, there are things that sense. There's a point when that sense comes in.
Isn't it because you're hiding something?
No, not always the case. So, for example, personally, I don't like people using my phones. Not only my wife, but even friends. I have friends. There's a guy who, every time we meet, he always wants to take my phone, use it to call, go through my... he's a guy, he's a friend. And I don't like
It's
it.
annoying.
There's another guy who also does the same thing, and I don't like it. So it's not that he's going to investigate something in the phone that I'm hiding, but it's just that natural sense of possession, like I want something to be mine. It's my property. You understand? So
Personal
for me,
domain.
this people demonize this whole thing of people wanting phone privacy in marriage, and they think it's not a bad thing. And normally they do it because they think that it's only through phones that people cheat. That it's only phones that reveal unfaithfulness. But unfaithfulness was
Can
there
happen.
before even phones came up. So it's always good to marriage needs maturity, to think through things, have a mature perspective. Why do I think that my husband is on phone and is cheating on phone? Why do I think that? Is it true? Could
Because
it be
he's
true?
spending more time on the phone than he's spending with you.
Because, like she said, the example she told you, it's true. She used to check through my phone, and I remember actually phones I've tried to break our marriage like twice. Yeah, we almost broke up because of phones twice. That time when she went through my phone and she found some messages and found some voice notes, and then later.
You see, there's always
Personally, I wasn't even checking through her phone, but I also
started.
no.
He learned from me.
I didn't learn. She was showing me something, and then
A
after
message
seeing
came.
it, I tried to also check through other things.
Like a
I
message,
got
over
cautious.
the
And I
message
also
popped
saw
up.
some things which I didn't
Which you
understand.
didn't understand.
So, but those two scenarios caused our marriage, almost broke our marriage up. But when we sat together and discussed about this very thing, phones, realized that because she did her research, I also did my research. And at the end of the day, after doing concrete research, realized that it wasn't amounting to much. She wasn't cheating. I wasn't cheating.
It was inevitable for you to separate.
But it was more of a...
Insecurities.
no, the messages were there. And
Flirting.
Flirting. I would use the word flirting.
Name Wagala Fulati.
Please.
Those
It's all right.
flirtatious messages are the ones that used to create a sense in her that I was cheating. Now, what we needed to do was to stop them.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. And try to create a barrier between those people that keep, and first of all, you need to realize that as you cannot expect a woman that you've met, maybe in her 20s, you don't expect to be the first person to have met her. She definitely has been with
Other
guys.
people.
Maybe through school they've had different relationships, and so those people will keep coming in, and then and through marriage, as she grows and starts doing business or goes to work or does whatever she does, she meets people, and you know we are living in an evil world. People will always be like they say, omukazi bamukwana paka
Paka wakadiwa.
rakadiwa. So that is something that we should live with. We also need to have that at the back of our mind. And it is in the same way. N'abasajja babakwana. Paka.
Baba mukwana.
Babakwana.
Onogafa.
Babakwana. That's the truth. So I think when you're married to your partner, first of all you need to understand that your partner married you because they loved you. There is no man in this world who can go through all those processes of marriage when they don't love you. I'm not going to use the word liking or what. The utmost evidence of love in a man is when they marry you. They go through those hard processes. Introduction, kuchala, they pay bride price, go to church, spend all the money, tell all their friends and family members that this is a woman. That's the best thing to show you that somebody loves you.
Yes, I agree that shows that they love you. But at the same time, it doesn't mean having these other side chicks, for flirting, doesn't mean you don't love your wife.
Yes.
I know that one is clear. It doesn't mean, but that habit alone is a bad habit. It's not a habit that one would want to encourage, because that's how it starts. It starts with flirting. Then eventually you go to the next level.
Yeah, sure.
Then after the next level, like that. And the more you flirt with someone else, the less attention you give to your partner. Do you realize that?
I agree.
Because you give the other person to, why are you? I can see him. Okay, you know what? Patrick, give us your view on your phone. I'll keep on chipping in. You tell me, for you, mister, in your relationship with your woman.
You see, let us be very, very clear and honest. Like Benji said, let us be very mature. First of all, I like your submission. I didn't want to add anything. Now I've been dying to contribute.
You are boiling here.
There are some things a man needs for his personal satisfaction. You understand? And the phone is one of them. Today, because of equality, omukazi togenda mutani kamugamba, you be submissive, do this. Because of all that equality and gender balance that has come. Whatever you do will tantamount to either domestic violence or abuse or this. So the only thing for me that I have that makes me feel I'm a man is when I have something personal, it is for me. And that is my phone.
Football can be for you.
No. Football, that's why you have an opinion about it. You hate it, you love it, you even post about it. But my phone is in mine. It is something that I treasure. It is something that has my dark and bright thoughts. It's the only thing that I would request you as my wife to respect about me. And it's the only thing I would ask you. Leave it. If you want to talk, you tell me.
But it's
the only thing that I would request to have as for me. I have a big problem, and that is flirting. And I said it before in the earlier programs that I don't know how to be rude. That is my biggest weakness in my life. I don't know how to be rude. And I follow your lead. Bogamba hey, nange bugamba ho, nogamba hey, ne bugamba ha, nogamba hey, ne bugamba ho, ne chigwa, nenzira ku byange. Nze, I've done my part. It's done. It's moved. This narrative, one thing leads to another, is very wrong.
But
it's very wrong. Why? Because you have done it as well. Well, you have done it as well. Did it lead to anything? No. At the end of the day, all you say is, we were just flirting. Yeah? It's a submission you have told me. It's a submission I've told you. You understand? In the 10 years we have been together, is there any one point that you have suspected that the flirting has led to another point? Have you had any stories that the flirting has led to the next level? Whereby I go out of my way to go to that next level? Have you had? No. At the end of the day, maybe that is what is holding our relationship together. I've said maybe.
If that is the main reason holding a relationship
I've said
together.
maybe. You see, that's the thing about it.
I'm just saying.
I've said maybe.
It's a reply. Dag.
Yeah? Or you see, just like you said, the phone almost led you to separate. It has almost led us to separate. There's a point, I used to check her phone, and I would die. The last time I checked, it was bad for me. Me, I almost died. You understand?
Sure.
I beg, it's just flirting. It will never happen. I swear, it will never happen. I said, you know what? To save myself from this day, I will avoid.
Your phone.
I will give you the reasonable doubt that everything is what? Is okay. And you can flirt. I have not refused you to flirt. But you keep it there, as long as it doesn't lead to the next step. Madam, on the other side, 1 week we are happy, 2 weeks we are happy, 3 weeks we are happy, 4 weeks she starts saying, why are we over happy?
No.
Wait, this is my story. It's my story. Let me finish my story. I'm not lying. I'm telling my version.
Between the story.
Before you know it,
Let me tell you.
if my mood changes, let me finish. If my mood changes, my attitude changes, in that period we have been happy, the phone.
Once you've never caught someone doing something, it is very hard for you to suspect them. But once you've caught them once,
Yes.
Building
twice,
that trust
thrice,
again.
Yes.
building that trust again
Yes.
is very difficult, especially if the first time the person finds out you're doing something wrong, the things or the reasons that made that, how should I say it, like the suspicion, the behavior, the change of behavior that led to you finding out. If that change of behavior happens again, what's the first thing that comes to your head is he's doing the same thing he did last time. This behavior.
Here is why we need to call for maturity.
And
Sometimes, you see, men behave the same when they are stressed, when they are depressed. Our behavior is the same.
True.
Our reaction is the same, our mood, loss of appetite, pitchy, all those things, even the way we want to be alone. Yeah, it's the same for every man. We're not like women, you get emotional, no, you can even get divorced, like things happen to you. Yeah, for men we have almost the same. When we are stressed, there's a time I was going through the worst stress ever. And it was not in my family, it was not caused by work, it was caused by external sources. Then my behavior at home changed. My wife, phone. She got a message of 19 over. She read the message and said, this is the reason.
She added on the stress.
And she added on the what?
Stress.
You understand where we're going? You see, here's the thing. There's a time when I read a message from her phone. It wasn't like the first time. It wasn't. I said myself, why don't you save yourself? They say prevention is better than cure. Save yourself this pain. Save yourself this asking for explanation. Because regardless whether she explains or not, you will never know the truth.
Yeah, sure.
Even if she tells you it's just flirting, she might be lying. Save yourself for as long as every night the two of you are together. You know your movements, you know your whereabouts, you trust each other. That is what is very, very important. You understand? And she has not
disrespect.
Exactly. She has not done anything to disrespect you in your face, to throw it to your face in public, in where. It has never happened. You understand? This issue
So you
of
support
being
being
an investigator.
That's where the problem starts.
You see, what you don't know does not kill you.
No.
Because your mind is already biased. It's automatic.
No, I disagree. Reason being, I can check your phone. For instance, right now, I check if I
didn't have trust, don't you know my password?
I'm giving an example like of right
Even
now.
when I know that I'm going to flirt with those girls, she knows the password. She knows me. I sleep like a dog. I close the eyes.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. There is checking a man's phone. You can find, let's say, 10 messages from girls. But every woman will agree with me that there is that one message that just
For that
takes.
particular lady.
Like, you can tell when your husband is not interested.
Yeah.
That he's replying and he's not interested and this chick is becoming a problem. But you can tell when, seriously, this one has taken his mind somehow. That's why in those 10 messages, you'll find out that your woman will stick to one message. And she will keep on complaining about that one person.
And that one message.
Yes, and that one message.
Definitely.
Because she knows something.
You know, this argument went very deep. Me and David, it went very deep. The mother got involved. The mother went on her knees and said, David, esimu y'omusajja Jesu yiwe. Because me, you know, it reached a point where I started suspecting that I think Daphne feels bad when we are happy. I will be honest with you. When we are at the best moment of our lives, we are happy.
That's when things come out.
She will check the message. Then you wake up in the morning, baby, good morning. Morning. Me, my suspicions have never gone far. I will ask her, did you check my phone? Simple. Because I know. And I'll ask her, did you check my phone? Now, for her, she says, Obusungu obufude, ensonyo zifude, busungu. It's not about, it's disappointment. We have had this conversation time and time again. Because this is the problem which is affecting us. This is what I'm saying. I am a recovering addict of flirting. Yeah? I need my therapy. Wait! That is my mutabika. I need time to recover. I am trying to recover.
Stop defending yourself.
I'm not defending.
You're recovering. Once you decide to get married.
Okay, let us stand the table. Let us stand the
someone's
table.
feelings.
Babe, ever since I found out and then you explained, you even put on panties.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You're talking about me, like you finding messages in my phone.
Yes.
But you're not talking about the timeline.
Meaning what?
You're talking about like it was as if it was yesterday. This is for
It's
me.
because I stopped checking your phone.
No.
That is when I promised myself I will stop checking your phone. It doesn't mean they don't send you messages.
Why? They don't.
No, hang on.
You know why? You know why they don't send me messages now? You know why they don't send me messages now? I do not.
See.
No, you listen. You know why they don't send me messages now? Or no one sends me messages now? It's because I don't encourage them. You encourage, once you encourage.
It's a lie!
Babe, listen. Once you encourage someone, they'll keep on sending the messages.
Yeah, true.
But the last time ever we had this discussion about phones, especially my phone.
Yes.
The last time we talked about it. Ever since that time, there hasn't been an incident where, you know what, listen.
I'm listening.
Auntie Kati, you're arguing as if, because for you, you have your own guilty consciousness. Ever since it happened, even if you say that you stopped checking my phone, but even if you check it now, there won't be anything that will shock you or will, you know.
It's okay.
There won't be anything.
And I believe you, that's why I never check.
But on top of that, there hasn't been any reason for you to check my phone. Like I haven't changed behavior, I haven't acted weird for you to suspect that there's something.
Is that what you think?
Don't worry.
I support phone privacy in marriage.
Amen.
For reasons. For your own
sanity.
You cannot enjoy marriage when you're always insecure and thinking that your
We
partner
need
is-
to find out
You-
those
ye-
things.
yes.
bevina kwogera ekigambo kyabachotana kye wangamba nga tusigninga out.
Phone privacy should be a deliberate
It is going to
effort.
conclude this conversation.
That thing is going to become a trend. Don't
You
say
should,
it.
you should deliberately try not to check your partner's phone for your own good. It helps you.
Why don't you flirt with us, the wives? Go to your office.
Twaba
flirt with me.
malada, twaba
You
malada.
flirt with me, you see
I was-
if
I
I won't
was-
flirt back.
I was
I will
telling
flirt with you.
I was telling her
Flirt with me also.
I was telling you a few months ago that girls our age are some of the most dangerous animals. Why? Because they are looking out for married girls our age who are not married.
Yeah.
They are looking out for those married men. So always know that your husband is undergoing such pressure. But because he knows what he wants, he's with you. Let me tell you, a man who doesn't want to be with you cannot pretend. That will go.
You know this example.
Yes,
You know
I
this
understand.
They cannot
But let me
pretend.
give you an example. Now you see, for me, my husband is in the limelight. He's there.
example. 10 years.
And the weird thing is, before we got married or before we were together, he did have a long line of women behind his back. But after, me, I'll say the truth. It's as if married men are over what? Once a man has a woman that is permanent, that man will go and market serious.
So you see the temptations we got now to start today.
But
But
now,
that doesn't
I
mean-
want
Have
you.
pity.
No, me, I in my thinking, I may be wrong, but me, what I think my husband will be doing is share with me these temptations so that we fight them together. You get? So, no, listen.
Bebo Kuba.
Share with
No,
me.
that's when your point works.
Share with
actually.
me these temptations so that we fight them together.
Yeah, sure.
You see, Patrick, there's so many people that send him messages and he shows me these messages. And I know these people and I'm like, no, you know, But those messages that he doesn't show me are my problem.
And once you find
get?
out.
And once you find out and he has shown you others and he has left others out, you start,
There's something
you know,
he's hiding, he's
yes.
protecting.
You know,
It could be
Kat-
protecting your insecurity. Maybe it would hurt you by sharing somebody's.
No.
Let me
Let me
give
give you an
example.
example. No.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Not because I'm going with your word. You said protecting my insecurity. Now there's a chick on Facebook who sent Patrick nudes.
Imagine.
Nudes.
You're supposed to just understand it.
She's a fan and she sends nudes, but he showed me the nudes. So that is the worst insecurity like a woman would ever have. But the fact that he showed them to me, it didn't bother me because I'm like, okay, wow, he confided in me. He showed me this. It was too extreme, and I'm like, this is amazing because I liked the fact that we are going to fight this temptation together. And the way he replied her and blocked her and life moved on. But now, those other messages that I would not have.
Teacher me. Let me give you an example. There's a lady. She's much older than me. She's a client.
You like that example.
No, it's the best example I can give. She's a client. She likes everything about me. She admires Daph. She likes how I treat Daphne. And then she compares her life to ours. Like, if I was this younger, I would do this. I would get a man like you. She sends those flirtatious messages. And I also have to compliment her. Hey, the time has not yet passed. Oh, Charity, Mboko, you still have it. This is a client. She has given us a lot of money in her duration. You make them feel good to make them feel worthy, so that they keep on employing you, so that they keep on fending for your family. This conversation is not going to end very soon.
But you guys, I have something to say. Now back to the issue of phones. This is what I've realized in the 8 years I've been married. Well, from the beginning, it was hell in marriage. Why? Because we had no trust. And he gave me all reasons not to trust him. Why? By overprotecting his phone. Not until he learned that, first of all, he's hurting my feelings. He's always raising suspicions. I would always be like, why is he protecting his phone? But when this guy made his phone free for me, Do you know that I don't even give myself a headache to check his phone, to check, actually when I'm with his phone, I don't even go to his WhatsApp. I don't have any more reason. Honestly speaking, I
Ladies
don't
and
have any
gentlemen,
reason.
unfortunately, we have run out of time. We are going to need this couple another time. We have to continue this conversation because
That's the truth. This conversation
it
has
can
not
never
yet
end.
ended.
We are not satisfied. Me as a man, I am not satisfied about
Even us as ladies.
whatever.
Mama,
Even you as a women.
No.
We would like to thank Kajofa Hotel. Kajofa is one of the hotels, new hotel located in Chaliwa Jala Chimbeja, Logongo Road, plot 15. Amazing gardens, food, sumptuous.
Thank you for
parking,
showing us so much
beautiful.
love.
Thank you for the
thank
love.
you for the love.
Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel,
Just
Just Comedy
Comedy
UG, and of course for following us right now live on Facebook, on my page, and on our page. Wow. Benji in it. Wow.
But this conversation has not ended. Put your views down there, comments,
Simba
inbox,
wakati.
just put everything and give us your view on this same topic.
Men,
I
stay
know-
strong. Keep your phone.
Oh my
Ladies, we are together in this.